Hello, everyone. We are on part 2 of our noun and verb reteach. We went over this beforehand, but I'll briefly go over it. So nouns, they are person, place, or thing. We have common nouns and proper nouns. So proper nouns need to be capitalized because they are very specific. Mrs. Brownlee, the continent of Asia, your name is capitalized because you are a very specific and unique person. Then we have collective nouns. This is important when we look at verbs. So collective nouns are nouns that represent a group of things but are still considered singular. So my family, even though it is 4 people, the word family is seen as a singular noun so that we can conjugate the verb correctly. So verbs, they are action words or state of being. So words like am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. Those are all verbs. So I've been there. You'll see those, and even though it's not necessarily an action, it is still a verb. Then there's modal auxiliary verbs, and those are helping verbs. So should, can, could, may, might, must, will, would. You do not actually have to know that these are specifically helping verbs or modal auxiliary verbs, but that these help make verb phrases and that they can be part of that. So a verb phrase is 2 or more verbs together. So I can do this. All right, so we went over common and proper nouns already. What we are going to do now is we are going to look at this paragraph. This is similar to what your test looked like. It was a paragraph and you have to make edits. So we are going to look at this sentence by sentence. I have the paragraph here, specifically the sentence that we're working on here. So I'm going to annotate. If I can find it. I just gave you the answer. Oh well. Don't forget that you can pause me. Try to find and locate the verbs and nouns on your own. This is to practice and to help teach you. So I'm going to, here we go, get my pen here. It likes to hide from me on occasion. So every once in a while, you'll see a random red dot. Okay, I see it. So my family, oh, let's see, there it is. I'll erase that quickly. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, we will, how about we highlight? So we'll highlight the nouns. My family enjoys scuba diving. So nearly every vacation we go on a diving trip. So my family is the noun, enjoy is the verb. Well, let's look at this. It says, my family enjoys scuba diving. So nearly every vacation we go on a diving trip. Does that sound right? Don't forget that you can actually cup your hand behind your ear, and this will help you. You can say it out loud. This will help you on a test. And if you're in a testing environment, you can whisper. So, my family enjoys scuba diving. Doesn't quite sound right. It sounds like enjoys needs to be switched to match the singular noun. So it should be my family enjoys scuba diving. Let's look at sentence 2. We have noticed, verb, that there is 3 completely different types of divers. Oops, that's the noun. So we have noticed, that's normal. There is 3 completely different types of divers. That sounds a little funny. Is because we're talking about types of divers. Since this is plural, we should conjugate this as a plural noun or for a plural noun, and that would be, we have noticed that there are 3 completely different types of divers. Okay, sentence 3, we call, so we is the noun, calls the verb, then the nature lovers, the pool guys, and the seals. So here, there's really nothing wrong with this sentence. It's actually just fine as it is. Now let's look at sentence 4. I'll move my face. All right, so we're still looking for nouns and verbs. The people who we call nature lovers enjoy getting in the water for a short swim to look at rocks, seaweed, and underwater creatures. That is swimming around. Creatures is a noun, is a verb. That's where I heard where it sounded a little funny. Creatures, that is swimming around? That's not right. So creatures, since that is a plural noun, we need to conjugate is properly, and it should be the and underwater creatures that are swimming around. So the full sentence would read, the people who we call nature lovers enjoy getting in the water for a short swim to look at rocks, seaweed, and underwater creatures that are swimming around. Let's look at